Have you ever looked at an app on your computer or phone and just thought, how? How does someone make that from nothing? Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain. We're going to build a simple calculator app right from scratch. And by the end, you'll see the basic building blocks behind almost every single app you use.
All right, so this is our goal, a simple but fully working calculator. Now, it might look a little complicated, but I promise, stick with me, and by the end of this, you'll know exactly how this thing ticks.
Okay, first things first. If you were building a house, you wouldn't just start nailing boards together, would you? Of course not. You need a blueprint, a foundation, a plan. In programming, that's what a project is. It's the foundation for our entire app.
Think of it like this. A project is basically just a folder. It's a container that holds all the different pieces of our app. The code, the images, everything. All together in one neat, organized place.
And you know, the best part is getting started is super easy. In a tool like Visual Studio, you literally just go to File, click New Project, and boom, you've got a fresh, blank canvas all ready for you to start building.
All right, we've laid the foundation. Now comes the really fun part, giving our app a face. This is what's called the Graphical User Interface, or GUI for short. Basically, it's everything the user is actually going to see and click on.
The GUI is so important. It's the bridge that connects the person using the app to all the powerful code running in the background. It's what makes an app feel easy and intuitive instead of confusing and frustrating.
And get this, to build our entire calculator, we only need these three simple things. Labels, which just show text, text boxes, where you can type things in, and buttons, which you click to make something happen. That's it. That's all we need.
Now this slide is really key. On the left, that's what everyone sees. But on the right, that's our world, the programmer's view. Every single button, every single text box has a unique, specific name. And these names are absolutely crucial because they're how we tell our code, hey, listen for a click on that button, or go grab the number from that text box. So we've built the face of our app. It looks nice, but right now, it's just a pretty mask. It doesn't actually do anything. To bring it to life, we have to give it a brain. And that is where the code comes in.
I mean, really think about that for a second. How does the add button know it's supposed to add? It's not magic, even though it sure feels like it sometimes. It all comes down to the code we're about to write.
This block of code right here is called an event handler. A good way to think about it is like a motion-activated light. The light just sits there, off, until something, motion, triggers it. This code does the same thing. It just waits, and the moment that add button is clicked, that's the event, it springs into action.
And see those words in the code, like number 1 and total? Those are called variables. Just picture them as little labeled boxes inside the computer's memory. We create a box, give it a name like number 1, and then we can store the number the user typed in it to use in our calculation. Okay, this is where it gets really cool. Look at the code for all the different buttons. Add, subtract, multiply, it's practically the same. The only thing we change is that one little symbol in the middle. The rest is identical. That's the real power of programming. Write a smart piece of code once and you can reuse it over and over.
So far, our app does what we tell it. But let's be honest, it's kind of dumb. What if we could level up? What if we could give our app the power to make its own decisions?
Well, think about how you make decisions. If it's raining, then I'll take an umbrella. If it's sunny, I'll wear sunglasses. You're constantly checking a condition and then choosing what to do. We can teach our app to do that exact same thing. And this is how we do it. The if-then-else statement. This is the heart of all decision-making in programming. It's basically a fork in the road. The program asks a simple question. If the answer is true, then it goes down one path. Else, if the answer is false, it goes down a completely different one.
Here's a perfect example. This code looks at a student's mark. It asks, is the mark greater than 80? If it is, great, assign an A. If not, well, it moves to the next question. Okay, is it greater than 60? It's a super simple way for the app to take in one number and make a pretty smart decision.
So, we've come a long way, haven't we? From a totally blank screen to a working app that can actually think for itself. Before we go, let's just do a quick recap of the most important takeaways. And there you have it. It all really boils down to these three core pieces. You've got the project, which is the container, you've got the GUI, which is the face, and you've got the code, which is the brain that brings it all to life. We started with literally nothing, and in just a few minutes, we've seen how to build a working tool. You now have the fundamental recipe, so the only real question left is, what will you build next?
Go out there and make something cool. Thanks for watching.